Hello my friends, and welcome back to Three-Legged Dog Yoga. My name is Lindsay, this is Chewy, and today's class is for cramps. So if you are a sufferer of menstrual cramps, then this one is designed for you. Super relaxed, super chill. Get into something comfy and let's get started. You'll want probably a pillow or a bolster, a blanket, and maybe some blocks. Let's just use all the props today. We're going to keep it really relaxed. So let's get started and seated. We're just going to close our eyes today. Let's bring the left hand to the belly and the right hand to the heart. And let's just take a moment to tune in with our breath. Not controlling any breathing, keeping this practice nice and light, but just listening to the breath. Feeling the breath, feeling what it does underneath our hands. Feeling the belly and the chest fill up with air. And then as we exhale, feel them get smaller, deflating. And just take a moment to tune in with that movement, with that breath. Quieting the mind, keeping the body still. And just coming to that place of quiet. Gently opening the eyes. Let's shuffle around on our mats, coming onto hands and knees. Moving any props out of the way, and we'll bring our pillow in right between our knees, tucking it in, untuck the toes, and we'll crawl forward, coming into a supported child's pose. So you might need to play around with your pillow a little bit, and then just letting the head fall down to the floor. Finding this nice, really relaxed pose, keeping the belly nice and relaxed. Really melting that forehead to the floor. Seeing if you can take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, release any tension you might have, maybe in the upper body. Just let it sink into the pillow. Just staying here a few more breaths. And then gently pressing up through the center. Let's move that pillow out of the way for a moment. We will be coming back to it in a second. And then sitting up nice and tall. Might need to shuffle forward on your mat, extending the legs ahead of you, keeping the toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Let's gently walk our hands back about one hand's distance behind us. And as we do so, we'll press through the chest, draw the shoulder blades together, and then gently look up towards the ceiling. It's coming into a nice, really gentle heart opener, giving a bit of a stretch to that front body. Maybe closing the eyes. Finding a comfortable spot for the neck, so we're not straining here. Keeping it nice and light. And then on the exhale, we'll walk the hands back up towards us. Let's bring the sole of the right foot into the left thigh. And let's grab our pillow or our bolster or blanket or whatever it is. And then if you have a block, these are really helpful here too. So I'll give you a few options. So you can roll the your pillow up nice and tall, and then just kind of sink into this. Or if your pillow is small, you can always place the block on the pillow and just relax into this. So wherever you are, keeping a bend in that knee. If we are keeping the block on the pillow, try to either put it above or below the knee, not directly on top of the joint. And then just keeping a nice relaxed foot. So we're more about the gentle forward bend here than we are about the hamstring stretch. Just giving a little bit of a release to our lower backs, which tend to get pretty achy around this time of month. Maybe closing the eyes, making sure there's nothing pinching or hurting, and if there is, just coming out of it a little bit. And just taking a few more breaths here. And then gently placing that block to the side, let's walk the hands back up, and we'll just grab our pillow, put it aside, and we'll switch sides. So draw that right foot forward, left foot comes back, sole of the foot finds the inside of that right thigh, and then we'll grab our pillow or bolster or blanket, place it on us. If we're going to roll it up, or if we're going to use our block, let's do that. Again, trying to find that spot where it's not directly on top of the knee joint. It might be a little hard to figure out if it's on top or the bottom because there's a large pillow in between, but you can generally feel it. And then we're just going to relax forward. So relaxing that front foot, relaxing the back of the leg, letting that knee bend, and keeping that belly nice and relaxed. So we're not worrying about keeping the core engaged here. We're just relaxing in this forward fold, giving a nice gentle stretch to that lower back. Staying here a few more breaths. And then gently moving that block to the side. We'll just place it on our left side for now. We're going to move the pillow out of the way. And then we're going to shuffle our sit bones down on the mat. Make sure we have our blocks close by. And as we lean back, we're going to place our blocks underneath the hips. Soles of the feet find each other. And then we lean back for a supine bound angle. You might need to play with where the feet are. And then just bringing those hands to the belly. Just gently caressing the lower belly. Relaxing into this. So seeing if there's any tension being held. Sometimes in this we try to keep a little tension in our groin accidentally. So just taking an inhale and then exhale, release into it. Shoulders are relaxed, arms are relaxed. And we'll stay for 2 more breaths. And then gently bring the hands to the outside of the thighs. Press them up towards each other. And we'll just take a moment here Draw the feet wider than hips distance and let the knees fall inwards. And then our next inhale, let's just shift the sit bones over to the left and we'll let the knees fall over to the right. So your block should be somewhere around there. Just let them fall onto that block. Keeping that left shoulder glued to the floor. And just staying here, enjoying this nice twist. This is a wonderful release for any of that pain that we have in the midsection and the lower back. Again, checking in with the breath, making sure we're not holding tension anywhere we don't need to be. So see if you can relax that left shoulder into the mat a bit more. Relax the left knee down. Last few breaths here. And then on the inhale, bring the knees back through center. We'll shift the hips to neutral and then all the way over to the right side and we'll switch sides. So checking in for that block and then dropping the knees over to the right side. Again, keeping that right shoulder glued to the floor. Seeing if there's anywhere we can release a little bit of tension from. Shuffling around if you need to. Finding that comfortable spot where you can get nice deep stretch into that lower back. Last few breaths here. And then place those feet back on the floor. Shuffle the hips back to neutral. And we'll just extend the legs forward, coming into a nice gentle Shavasana. If you have a blanket near you and you'd like to put it on, or any socks, now is the time. Letting those feet fall out to the side. Release any controlled breath we had. Just come into that natural rhythm of breath. We'll start doing a scan, starting at the feet. Moving up through the shins and the knees and the thighs and the hips. And just seeing if there's anywhere we can maybe squeeze into and then release. Melt down a little bit more. And moving through the upper body, through the stomach, the torso, the chest. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms and the elbows and the forearms and the hands. And finally making our way up to our heads, relaxing the neck, relaxing the chin, relaxing the jaw, and relaxing the eyebrows. And we'll just stay here for a few minutes in silence. And slowly starting to bring some awareness back, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And gently start making the movements a little bit bigger, eventually rolling on to our right sides. And then gently pressing ourselves up through center. Coming back into a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed or gently gazing ahead of you. Let's close our practice today with one deep sigh. So exhale all the air out. Big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Opening the eyes. That's all for today's practice. I hope you feel even just a little bit better, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.